Hello, Alicia. Hello, Callie.
Got so much hair on her.
Yeah, let's see. Let's show you off. So I got sleep hair. Say hi.
She's gorgeous.
Hi, good smiles. Good smiling at everybody. That's so nice of you. Thanks. Okay, so let's get started. I know that Shannon is getting her COVID vaccine, so that's why she's driving. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, this is our agenda for today. And let's see. Jenny, will you do our meeting minutes from last time? I guess I don't even think we have enough people yet that we can do that, huh? Okay, so we will hold off on that until we get a few more PTA members on.
That sounds good.
Okay, so let's go to Shannon's report that she shared. Don't
Okay,
want
I'm
to
good.
get in a wreck. Are you okay to do
Yeah,
that?
I'm parked now. I'm good.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll just do the treasurer's report. We started the beginning of March, so I always do it for the month before. So the beginning of March, we had $10,028. Then we brought in, and at the end we had 14,122. So it went a lot up. Most of it was 3,000 from fundraising, and that was what Gretchen brought in from those businesses. So that was awesome. As well as $1,500 in yearbook sales, which we've sold about half of the yearbooks that we're getting. So that's pretty good for now, and we're obviously hoping to sell the rest of them. And then we spent a little bit on teacher appreciation. So we ended with 14,122.
Okay, awesome. And that is what we're hoping to kind of end with, right?
Yeah, we actually Gretchen got another $500 from another business, which will be on the next month's report. And we're going to spend a little bit on field day and stuff that you'll talk about. But yeah, we'll end with about nearly 14,000, which will be a really good place to be going into next year, like a really good place. So then we have a little bit more flexibility trying to figure out what we can still do and stuff.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you. Okay, let me go back to sharing my screen for a minute. Can you guys still hear me? I'm trying to do this headphones thing, but I don't know if this one's working or not. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we are super appreciative to Gretchen for all of her efforts there. Okay, so it seems, and I know that Mrs. Searcy was going to try and hop on for a minute to tell us about field day and graduation, but I know she also had a class at 10:30, so I will just go ahead and kind of share what it is that she was hoping. So Tuesday, May 25th is field day, if that's correct, right, Mrs. Roden? Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. And then she mentioned 9:30 to 11 was going to be upper grades, and then 11:45 to 1:15 the lower grades. She wanted the Kona ice truck there, but I talked to Michelle and she said that she would arrange to get the Kona ice truck since the Kona ice proceeds go to the school. So she said she would work on that. And then Callie has volunteered to be in charge of our concessions. Thank you, Callie, you're awesome. And by volunteered, I mean, I asked her because I knew she would be super excited about it. And then she said, of course, right? So, so she's going to do concessions. Callie, will you kind of give us a little bit of info about like concessions and maybe like what you might need from volunteers? Because I was thinking just two parent volunteers, but I don't know for sure.
There's usually 3 to 4 of us per shift, so 2 is good. If we could get 3, I'd definitely take it. But we can survive with 3 per shift, and then I can be there the whole time. That's not a problem. I think in the past we have spent around 900 on concessions, I think. Tell me, Shannon, if that sounds way wrong, but I think we spent about 900. And then we price everything at double the value. So we should double that money. Our numbers, I think, are a little bit smaller this year. So maybe I would pare it down a little bit, but
Allie, I think it was about 500, or 600, but
maybe I'm remembering what we then earned. I remember the total. That could be it. Okay. Anyway, so we typically from the school, we have just had Mr. Mike bring out tables. We usually have 2 tables, and we have an easy up over us so that we don't die. And then that week I'll snag a check from Shannon to get some cash. So the volunteers, I really just need them to be there. And they do need to be people who have signed the, Shannon would know the name of it, the fundraising. There's we sign a money thing. So because they'll be handling money, we do need them to have signed that form in the past or to sign it now so that they can help with this. But really they just help run the table, sell stuff, make change. It's pretty easy.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Callie. All right, so I will make sure we get 4 people on that sign up sheet instead of 2. Let me share the sign up sheet that I was working on so that you can see. Okay, so this is kind of the sign up sheet that I was going to send out, and anybody that wants to sign up now, feel free. And then I figured that you would be there, Callie, so I'm not going to put your name in there so that people can just sign up and you can get the 4 peeps that you want. Because yeah, I mean, it makes sense that it would be a little bit easier. And then let's see, we have the 6th grade graduation. Oh, and then Mrs. Roden, can you help us understand like the activities, since I know Mrs. Searcy's not here. She did say she needed 6 helpers. Is there like somebody that we should go to when we get there, or what are the details on that, you know?
Oh, wouldn't that be so great if I knew the answer to that question?
I should have prepped you on that. Sorry.
Well, we have talked, but I know that Jen, our PE teacher, has the activities ready to go. She, I think, is going to even put together little videos so that the kids will have seen what the different stations are. So there's not too much downtime, that they just get in there and get going. But we probably need to wait for Amy for more details. But I do think there are 6 or at least 6 stations. That's all I know.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so we will just, check in at the office and then they can direct us when we go. Okay, thank you. And let me see, I will continue to share my screen for that.
Of course, if you ever need any more questions not answered, I'm your girl. So.
Okay, well, we will keep asking then. Okay, so then we have 6th grade graduation that Mrs. Searcy also said she needed help with. And that's on the following day. And I don't know what time it's going to be at. Maybe principal knows that one. But it probably is irrelevant because you guys didn't really need help during, you just needed help with the food, right? Okay. And so they're gonna have the J-Dogs cater the 6th grade graduation, and then it sounds like they just needed us to drop off the rest of the meal. So, or the rest of the meal stuff. So they wanted like chips and snacks, Little Debbie's for the dessert, water bottles, and Capri Suns. And I calculated like 100 based on what Mrs. Searcy gave me. And I think we'll have extra, which is probably good because I know that at least my 6th grader might try to sneak 2 bags of chips. Who knows? So I think this is good. And then they needed help with live streaming. So of course I volunteered my husband and he's gonna do it. Oh, and Callie, I was gonna say, if you need a canopy, I have one if you don't have one. Do you need me to bring that one for the 6th grade? I mean, for the field day?
I have one as well that I can bring, as does the PTA. So we should be set. There's one in the shed.
Nice.
I think
Okay.
there's actually 2 in the shed. And now that it's been a really long time since they've been put up, I maybe will come check the moldiness level of them.
Oh no.
To field day. I'll check them out. But thank you. Mine should be set to go. But if I need anything, I will call you next.
Okay, sounds good. So we have canopies. All right.
And I'll let you know if ours are destroyed too.
Okay. Yeah, ours isn't like the most high top quality one. It's just cheap one from Amazon. So, you know. Okay. Let's see. And then let me share the agenda again so I can know what we're doing here. Oops, I guess that's the one we wanted. Okay, so we will continue moving forward. Okay, I think okay, so yeah, I did have that sign up sheet in a link that we can share easily through email. So Principal Roden, if you could send that out when you do your next email, I will email you something that just kind of says everything, so you can just copy and paste it so it's easy for you. And I'll do that right after the meeting. And then we thought that in lieu of our next meeting, we thought it would be fun to do a brunch on Thursday, May 13th in person, and just kind of use the park that's next to the school with the pavilion there. And so what are your thoughts, Mrs. Roden? Do you think that would be okay to have PTA meeting in person?
Yeah, so the guidance that we're getting right now from the district is that we can use our facilities in a normal way. So, which is why we're doing 6th grade graduation and field day. So the only constraint is that people wear masks.
Okay.
So yeah, we could totally do that.
Okay, that sounds good. I guess technically that little park next to the school isn't yours anyway, huh?
Right.
So we would need to reserve that one with the Linden City. Make
Yeah,
sure it's
that's
available.
true. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we'll make sure that we reserve that.
Also, I did just check, and the school also has some canopies if you need more than, if you need a couple more
Okay, thanks.
that are new. They bought,
I was gonna say, I don't know if we actually have to reserve. You might have to pay to reserve, and we can if we want, but I think we'll be fine just showing up at that time and having it available. I can show up a little bit early and stake it out.
show up early,
Oh, okay.
stake it out, make a lot of noise, and people will go somewhere else.
Right? Yeah. I mean, unless it's like when we're trying to reserve like pickleball courts, I don't think it's going to be that popular. Okay, so, hold on a second. It's not one. Sorry, we're at a hotel. today in the middle of nowhere, Holbrook, Arizona. Super exciting. Okay, so we have our home readers, and poor Rana couldn't make it either. And so I don't know how the first rollout is going because our first grader never got them. I guess he said there wasn't enough or something like that. Probably because we're sending out like 5 books at a time. And so they have to go in sections is what I'm guessing. But does anybody have more information on that?
Both of my girls have received them in 1st grade and 3rd grade. And it's worked just as they said. So they get it on Monday and then we turn it in on Friday and then they got it again on Monday this week.
Yeah, I would check on that, Linda. I walked in the home reader room and there were still lots of books in the home reader room. So I would think that they have enough.
Oh, okay. Maybe my son's just trying to be sneaky about not getting a book. Saying he got one or something. I don't know. Okay, so that's good to know. And then I know she was planning on doing a readathon in April, but it's kind of late now. So I'm guessing it may be in May, but then I don't know about that. I don't know if that would be too much stuff to happen in May. So I will check with her and see where she's at with that. And then we have Jody's still doing social media posts. So if we have anything left for her to post for the end of the year, that'd be great. Also, Mrs. Jordan, if you want us to post anything on our social media to, announce for the people in school to know, or parents, we can also do that for you.
Okay, thank you.
And I do know that there is a Rocky Mountain Elementary social media page. However, it's not like active, or the link on your website is actually incorrect. And I know I've talked to Principal Bowman a while back, but I never checked back with her on that. So I don't know if you'd want to check to make sure that your social media page is linking correctly from your homepage, because it links to some random person's account.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
So if you or someone who has those links, if you want to send those to me, and I'll just go in and update them on the website. But you're just saying nobody's even monitoring the social media page. Is that what you're telling me?
From what I found a Rocky Mountain Elementary social media, like on Instagram. I found one there, but nobody's posting anything on that. I think it's like RME.
But the website doesn't take you there anyway. Is that what you're saying?
But yeah, but then the website wouldn't even take you to that page anyway. It takes you to a different account that looks like somebody else owns it anyway, like a personal account. So yeah, I can copy those links and send those to you so you can figure out, what to change.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And then let's see, teacher appreciation was
something really fast, Linda.
Oh, go ahead, Alicia.
I was just going to say, along the lines with like social media and with, I saw there was a note earlier about, do we have any new people chiming into the meeting? Can we start posting on our social media about our PTA meetings, just to remind people? That would be a good idea. Because I noticed we don't have any new people, and in fact we don't have a lot of our people that we normally have, and I'm sure a lot of it is just the timing and everything. And also, if we could get that out in the weekly email on the week that we have, the one that comes from the principal, just, hey, there's a PTA meeting this Thursday and here's the link, that would also be helpful, just so we can start getting more people here and get the word out to really get all the peeps here.
Absolutely.
That's so true. Yes, that would have been a great idea beforehand, because this is technically our last online meeting. And then the next one will be in person, which we know people will show up to that because there's going to be food. Because we wanted to do like a breakfast or something.
And could we post that also on Instagram and in the monthly meeting with like a email to RSVP, right? Are we wanting RSVP with the food?
Yeah, that's a good idea because otherwise we'll end up with too much. Okay, we'll make sure to do that. Okay, and then I think the last time we had our meeting, it was in the middle of Teacher Appreciation Week, and now Teacher Appreciation Week has ended, but it was awesome. So any feedback on that, Mrs. Roden?
I just feel like our teachers feel so well taken care of and supported by our PTA community. So thank you so much. We had some teachers from other schools that came in for some other things and they were like, what is going on in here? So it was very impressive. So thank you so much.
Awesome.
Also, I was going to say, if there's anything you ever want me to include, I generally do those emails Monday morning. And so feel free to send me anything that you feel like I need to also include when I email the community. So.
Okay, thanks so much. I appreciate that. Okay, and let's see, what else do we have? And then SEP dinners. I know Heidi and her team did awesome with that as well, and the teachers appreciated that. And I think we're doing pretty good with the funds there. And then for skate nights, I know we canceled that this year, the 2 skate nights that we had. But for next year, is that something that we can plan on to add to the schedule, Mrs. Roden?
Yeah, I just, we haven't really had a 2 thumbs way up kind of thing, but I think we're just acting as though next year will look normal in terms of activities and family inclusion. And so I say let's move forward as though that's what we're going to do, because I feel like the likelihood of it is high.
Okay. So. Okay, awesome. So we will count on just planning for 2 of them for next year. Callie, and you said that the last contact that we had there is gone, so we just need to contact somebody new there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If someone new took over, I have his email. If you want me to reach out about next year, I'm happy to do it.
If you'd like to, that's great, or you can just send us his email so we can reach out, because I know you do a lot, Callie, so
Email, but no
okay. Awesome, thank you. And then for restaurant nights, Alicia, you were able to set up one for Monday, April 19th, so that's coming up this Monday, from 5 to 8. That's right?
Yeah, that's accurate.
Okay.
And I think they said they're gonna post something on their marquee. It would be cool if we could get something on our marquee, and also if we can get it on social media and the principal's email, all that kind of stuff to get the word out. And they're really great because a lot of them, like, you have to mention the school in order for it to count. But these guys, it's anything that is sold between those hours, we get 20% of the proceeds, which is totally awesome. So yeah, that's on Monday. And so we need to get that out in the next email and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, awesome. Alicia, will you send that information out to Principal Roden so she can add that to her email? And
Yeah,
then, and I will send Jody just a little something for her to post up. Did they give us images for posting anything, or like a digital packet or anything like that?
They didn't send me anything like that. I can reach out to them. I think that they're pretty new to this whole fundraising thing. I know they're really trying to do it right, and that's why they are saying they'll put it like on their marquee and try to get the word out on their end too. But I haven't received anything from them. I'm guessing that it wouldn't be a problem for us to just like share like their Kneaders logo, just the image from Facebook or wherever, and just say, hey, we're doing this. I don't even know if Kneaders has a Facebook page just for like that location. Maybe they're going to post stuff there as well. I can reach out and kind of follow up on that to help make sure we get the word out.
Okay, that'd be great. Thanks so much. And then we are skipping Panda Express and Wendy's we already did. And then Zupa's night is still coming up on May 4th. So I think that should be okay. It doesn't seem like it's super back to back with Kneaders night. And then we already talked about how Gretchen is awesome getting us some donations. And then for Carnival, we didn't do any Carnival obviously this year, but is that something that we can maybe plan on doing in the fall, Mrs. Roden? We don't like to combine too many fundraisers back to back. And so if you guys are planning on a fundraiser in the fall, then we can do something in the spring or vice versa. What are your thoughts?
So, I would say, since you know what you're doing, to go ahead and say, is fall the best time for you? Then let's do that. And then we'll figure out our school fundraiser around that. So whatever works best for you, because I know the carnival is a gigantic project. So whatever is the best for the people who are in charge of it. But I think we can plan on that it will happen.
Also, Ms.
Okay.
Roden, I was going to ask, have you seen the fundraiser that they've done the past few years for the school? It's kind of like an unfundraiser. It's a flyer that they send home. It's actually totally awesome. It is one of those, does anybody have a copy of it still that they could send? It kind of says, okay, if we make, everybody just donate, if you were going to donate cupcakes, in lieu of donating cupcakes, just send in $15. In lieu of buying this, just send in $20. It was really cute the way they did it. The whole idea was that it's an unfundraiser. It's super simple. It's super easy. All your proceeds are going to the school and nobody has to worry about the headache of trying to do the everything. I'm guessing that Michelle probably has a copy of it, but it's super easy.
I love that. Yeah.
Heidi Doxy, I know Heidi used to have several of them.
Okay.
She would have some.
Yeah, and they usually just sent it out in the spring, and then they would have like different prizes. Like if we make it to a $2,000 goal, then we will have, ice creams after school on a Friday, or at lunchtime, or lollipops, or whatever it may be, or on this much, then we'll have this prize. It was super cute and it was really easy, and I loved it. It was like the best fundraiser we've ever done, and I think it was pretty successful for the school too, because nobody had to worry about like fun runs or anything like that. And if you guys aren't doing it for the springtime, I think we're going to do it for the PTA next year. But I will let you guys have first dibs on it because you guys have a lot going on. Yeah, there's a good example right there.
Yeah, I love this.
Yep. I don't want to bake, so here's the money I would have spent. I don't want to buy wrapping paper, so here's the money I would have spent. Yeah, it's super.
That's great. Yeah, that sounds like my kind of fundraiser. Mm-hmm. That's great.
That's the kind of fundraiser everybody wants to have.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Thank you so much for taking time to answer that for us, because we really wanted to figure that out. Okay, and then the yearbook. We are, hold on, I'm using the wrong agenda here. Sorry. This is the other one. And then yearbook, we sold 91 copies, and the pages are done and they're submitted. And so we're hoping for them to be in May 10th. And Alicia Anderson has been doing the labels for those. So as soon as we get them, we can label them and drop them off into the students' classrooms. But before that, we need to get flyers out to students. And I know we talked about it last time, but I have not gotten around to doing the flyer this week like I thought. So we're going to do the flyers next week, if that's okay with you, Mrs. Roden. Okay, yeah. So we're going to try and sell the other 100 that we have to sell there.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then
yeah,
go ahead.
Send me whatever you want me to send out, and also I can put a slider in on the web page, the website. I would love to know, like, what is the piece of communication that the largest amount of families are looking at? Do we have any, just from your experience, what's been the most effective?
I think it's the principal emails personally. I have not had experience with the marquee because I think we've tried to get things on the marquee and then it just didn't happen. And so we don't really rely on that. But if you're, you know, willing to do that for us, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And then also like for
I
the
can-
website, the same, we haven't seen anything from the website. But that's because we also don't really have any control over that. So, but we would love putting it everywhere.
Okay.
I can speak to that a little bit in regards to skate night. 2 years ago, I made sure that a flyer went home in every kid's backpacks. We had flyers up on the doors and we used social media to advertise it. And Classic Skating tells us how many kids come. So then the next year, which I guess would have been 2019, because yeah, so the 2019 school year with our skate nights, I just had a crazy week and I didn't get the flyers out. I did get flyers up at the school. So there were flyers where the kids could see them. And granted, this was something the kids cared about. And then we used social media and our attendance numbers were no different than the year that I got a flyer to everybody. Which is great.
That's
It's less work
awesome.
for me.
Yeah, totally. That's awesome. Yeah, I for sure think that the marquee would be helpful for maybe yearbook sales and stuff like that. But yeah, I think those flyers are, I think you positioned them perfect too, because they were like right at the height that the kids' faces were at. And so that was really good. Okay.
Okay, we have Amy here, so maybe we should turn the time over
Mrs.
to her.
Searcy. Yes, let's turn time over to you, Mrs. Searcy. Go ahead.
I don't know that I really have all that much to say, other than we are super excited to get to do some year-end activities that we missed last year, field day being one of them, and a 6th grade graduation being another. Field day is going to be organized by Miss Scatty, and our specialties team is helping to facilitate that. And we would love for you guys, talked to Linda a few weeks ago about doing your concessions that you do. The kids love that. That's a big station that Jen likes to put in, and having the Kona ice truck come as well. And just trying to do some normal things that they are used to, that they're excited about. And so I believe Linda attached the sign-up sheet to that. If we could get some parents to help out with those concessions, and then also to help out with setting up. There's quite a lot of setup that we do for the morning. We'll do a morning session, field day, and an afternoon session. Morning for upper grades, afternoon for lower grades. And I believe it's that Tuesday, the last week of school, 25th. Did we say?
Yes.
Okay.
And
And then-
also, can you
yeah.
remind us the time for the 6th grade graduation?
6th grade graduation is going to be at 9:30 in the morning, I believe, is when we put that, because a lot of parents like to come and bring kids and then claim their spot to sit. So we'll be doing that 9:30. It's usually, I don't know, about an hour, maybe less. It just depends on how is that. We did decide we are going to do a live stream for families that are uncomfortable attending. Of course, we will require masks in the building, but we are going to do it in the building, in the gym. And we are going to have a luncheon afterwards. Typically, we do a luncheon with families. We're not comfortable doing that quite yet, doing a potluck quite yet, but we are going to have a luncheon for just the kids. So we're going to order some J-Dogs and then have signups to bring chips and Capri Suns or waters, prepackaged treats as well. And then, yes, I am doing a dance. Tell Kat I'm so sorry, Callie, because she was like devastated last year.
It is still talked about at our.
I know. It is like the most
So
popular
awesome.
thing. And I introduced it yesterday to my 6th grade classes because I don't know if you're aware, we started a regular specialty schedule this week, and we're going to finish that out to the end of the year. The kids have been almost in tears. They're so happy. Like they're so happy to get to kind of do normal things. And I introduced it to my 6th graders yesterday, and they were like both shocked and terrified and excited all at once. They love it. But it will be pretty fun. But anyway, we will do graduation. Parents are involved during that ceremony, but then at lunch, we're going to kick families out, and the dance. Sorry, we kick families out there too. But if you need any video or pictures, I will be taking video and pictures. Anyway,
so
what questions do
awesome.
you have about all that?
There was a question earlier about just the role of volunteers for field day.
Yes. So Jen has a specific thing in mind for what she'd like to use the volunteers for. There are certain stations that we have the kids running. The 6th graders usually run the stations for the lower grades. The upper grades, we like the 6th graders to participate. They want to. So we'll need parents for sure in that morning time to help run certain stations to make sure that the kids know exactly the rules of the games and how the activities are run. The teachers will be rotating with their classes, so there will be an adult there, but Jen just said that there's a few stations she'd like to have an extra set of hands. And then for the lower grades, especially, it's nice to have some extra adults out there to help with those students. I think with our SPED classes, we're still on the fence with the SPED teachers, whether they're going to buddy up and send them with a buddy or whether they're going to have their own rotation that they go with. We're still working that out as well, but just any extra adults that we can have really helps things run smoothly and safely. So
Okay, awesome.
hopefully that answers that. I mean,
Yeah,
we'll have
do we need
more
to-
details as we get closer.
Okay. I was going to say, do we need to go earlier for field day to help set up, or?
Oh, the baby. Sorry, my heart just stopped. Oh.
You guys are so cute. I'm glad you like her. Huh? I'm glad you like her.
She's so cute. Oh, stop. Okay, sorry. I just had a little palpitation there. Yeah, we come really early that day to help set up. If anybody is just like dropping their kids off, I think what time did we say we were starting? Like 9:30 when the later Gators come, they get situated in class and they start. We will be starting setting up pretty early, like 7:30. Sometimes we get out there at 7 to set up. But if anybody's dropping their kids off at 8 and they want to just be out there and help, you are more than welcome to. It's a fun vibe the day of field day. I'll be bringing out the speakers and I'll have some tunes playing out there kind of by the concession stand. So, I mean, we will never turn away help. And especially because it's outside, it's kind of a little, COVID safer. Anybody who wants to. It's not like we ever have a flock of 50 adults showing up to help. It'll be like you guys and like maybe 10 other people, but we always will use you.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, it sounds like so much fun. And I put in to have people come early if they can. So I just added that to the sheet. So hopefully that works. Okay, well, we are excited about that. Thank you. And then we have maturation information. Let's see. I think that's the next thing that's coming up here. Oh, actually, I did need 2 more volunteers to help when the yearbook comes in. So if anyone has time, or actually maybe I can have that included in one of the emails so that we can get people to help label the yearbooks and then get them delivered to the classroom. That would be helpful. And what else? And then maturation, we do have, I think that's for 5th grade, and this year is an opt-in video link sent. Is that correct, Mrs. Roden?
Yeah, so the 5th grade teachers have sent emails to all their classes. There's a way for teachers to sign up through Skyward, but there's also, if people give a verbal, like I would like it, and they send an email, then the teachers will send out the link. We've had pretty high participation from parents, and the 5th grade teachers are very driven about this. I think it has to do with deodorant mostly, but they're very driven about making sure kids have a chance to watch the video. So they've been pursuing the people who maybe haven't responded one way or another to encourage them. So that's, I don't know the total head count. We got a head count of how many people had signed up through the system. And then the 5th grade teachers are contacting the other families. So
who was it that is doing the maturation this year? That's like teaching it.
You know, they one of the district nurses is doing it for the girls, and I'm trying to remember, it was going to be Brad Wilcox, but that changed. And they but it took them a long time to completely vet what they wanted, what they felt comfortable sending out in video. So it was a very slow process, but that should be mostly, if you know of somebody who's saying, hey, I haven't heard about this, just have them call their teacher, because their teacher has the link, and then we'll send it to them. If they get verbal or email permission, they'll send it to them.
Has the link already been sent out?
It should have been sent out. Are you waiting for one?
Yeah, I'll check. I mean, I did the permission thing on Skyward, but I'll check my email. Maybe there, is that where it will be? Or is it on Skyward?
No, you should get an email link.
Okay.
If you don't hear from somebody, email me and I'll send you that.
Okay.
The email from the teachers, the Portuguese teachers this week, said that they were trying to get it out by the end of this week. So.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. That is helpful. I think that is all we have for our meeting today. Sorry, it kind of went a little long. But we do still need to approve our meeting minutes. And I thought we would be okay with 8 people, because it says there's 7 participants. I don't know if that's counting me, but I haven't counted because I'm like, so maybe we need to send out the email to get it approved. So maybe we'll just do that. Jenny, will you send out the email for our meeting minutes to be approved for last month?
Yeah, let's do it here so we can get us 7, and then if I only get 1 person responding, then that's enough.
Good idea. Good idea. Okay, let me pull it up. This is the one from last month. Oh, sorry. Jenny, if you want to just go briefly through it.
Make sure I have the right one. March 11th. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we just, let's see. We went through the treasurer report. Gretchen had secured the $3,000. Let's see. We talked about kind of wanting to they had the men's campaign for PTA, but I don't think we've got any new people. So we need to probably work on that more for next year to get more volunteers. We talked, our home readers got approved and they have now begun. Let's see, we talked about yearbook sales, and trying to think what else. Oh, we did the nominating committee for next year. So Alicia Alba, Shannon Pence, Lindsay Grail, and Chandra Muller for next year's PTA Executive Board. And we had a unanimous affirmative vote for that. And let's see, and then just teacher appreciation and things like that. And then the restaurant nights, which are moving forward. So can anyone, let's see, I can't remember what I asked. Like if you approve it, like vote to say, okay, move to approve it. Shannon Pence does. And then if the rest of you could just type in aye that you approve it. So that will count for 7 of us. Okay, great.
Thank you so much, Jenny.
Mhm.
We got this little girl going crazy over here. Huh.
She's so cute.
Okay, so I think that is all that we needed to cover for today. I really appreciate everyone taking time to be here. If we miss anything, everybody knows how to text people. I suppose we can cover that, and that way we can get going. And then, so May 5th and 6th is the Utah PTA Leadership Convention and Training that our new executive board has already signed up to attend, so thank you. And then our next meeting is that appreciation meeting. We're hoping it's a Kneaders breakfast, and it's on Thursday, May 13th, and it'll be at 9:30. So please join us. And the meeting is adjourned. So thank you again for everyone showing up, and we will see you soon.